Yo, good day, good vibes, good people. I'm Jay Hollins.
It's the man L.
And this is B.
Welcome to episode 18
All
of
right.
Fake Decent the podcast.
We're moving right along.
Yeah, we was having a deep one before the,
Sure
before
was. I
came
thought we was
here.
on camera
I thought
already.
we was on. Like, I hope Rock got that. You can use that as a clip, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a deep conversation. Yeah.
But it's a
I
conversation
ain't let,
that
y'all
I
let me
think.
get in, but it's okay.
Why nobody talking to you now? Just
Yeah, all right.
Damn, I thought I was a co-host too.
Brandy was
You
like,
we just wasn't talking to your ass at the moment. No,
All right,
I'm
all
just
right.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
You had a topic that you wanted to discuss in regards to self-love or self-hate.
Self-hate. Oh, no. It's my self-hate was a little bit deeper because, like, I always see us, and I mean us, people of our hue.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for instance, I asked somebody, I said, if you see a little boy, 14, 15-year-old boy on the bus stop, backpack, he got on Jordans, and oh, that nigga got on Jordans and he on the bus, but you can see a little Mexican kid or a white kid, with the same shit, and you don't think nothing, right? So who taught us that? And those of us, but you see the people who do love themselves, be like us, who don't practice and revel in that hatred of each other. These are the people you see prospering and growing.
Absolutely.
But it's always the people like I just want, like, I felt like Malcolm X reading all this shit, like, who taught you to hate yourself? You know what I'm saying? Who taught you to hate yourself? Like, listen, because I was just saying, like, we're not even in the position that we used to be in. 74.6% of us are way above the poverty line and middle class and,
upper middle class.
yeah, upper middle class.
Oh, is that above?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're that's 74 point. This is the thing where me and Moni Love got into it on Twitter and went back. She like, you an idiot, blah blah. I said, okay, that don't make me any less wrong. And like for me,
Come on, money in the little middle.
yeah, she got mad at me because I said, well, here's the thing though. So if we sitting at like 23% of us, give or take, is below the poverty level, then you look at white folks, it's like, it used to be like 17, it's like 19% of them. Then you look at Latinos, it's like 21% of them. We ain't too far off from everybody else, but you only hear about our 23%. You don't never hear about that 74 point, whatever percentage. You don't hear about that, bro.
So,
or whatever it is, 26 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You never hear about that percentage, like, oh, the majority of us are okay, but you never hear about that.
Right.
But what you don't hear about is that 19% of white folks living in meth country. I've been down through Kentucky and Virginia where some of these poor-ass white folks don't even have running water.
right.
And they getting it how they live off this meth shit. They get to it. Boy, it's like crack era 90s and 80s for them in meth land.
I have a statement. You said who taught us to hate ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
That's a generational issue.
Yeah.
I remember, and I can speak freely because it's my family. My grandmother was diagnosed with schizophrenia when my mother was 9.
It's tough.
So my mother has 4 sisters and 1 brother.
Mhm.
I think I'm counting that right. And my grandmother's kids, which is my aunties, uncles, and my aunties, my uncle, and my mom had to go to her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being treated unfairly because we weren't their grandkids. I remember somebody specifically asking one of my aunts, why you want to go to school? Why you want to go to college? Why you want to get a degree? You need to get you a job at the airlines or at the this or the, So we learned that by family members that just was so complacent with being what they were. And that could be really, really, because my family was people that bought, people bought houses and stuff.
Well, yeah, because
so
people
owned
project their
property and
shit
stuff
onto
like
you.
that. But they were laborers. They were people that, worked 9 to 5s, not with any professional training outside of trades.
Yeah.
So we learned that within our own home until somebody broke the curse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got it outside in the street somewhere. So my mother broke the curse with us, and then you get hear it on the street from other people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not a confident person, you pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You start believing it yourself.
it's real. I was just thinking about all the stuff that was said to me. Oh, you ain't never gonna get no record deal, but Then I got one, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, like this, that. How you gonna start your own business?" Did that. Oh damn, man, you getting to it, but it's like, what I've learned is that people like to project their insecurities upon you.
Absolutely.
And a lot of what people believe you can't do has to do with they believe they can't do it. It really has nothing to do with you.
And that's where your strength have to come in, because if you aren't a very confident person, or if that wasn't poured into you, you tend to pick up these things because of your own insecurities, and you let them other people make you believe the shit that you already feel insecure about. Us, we pretty strong-headed people. We strong mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So not too many people could tell us anything any
Motherfucker
fucking
tell
way.
me shit.
Can't tell me a
Not
motherfucker.
necessarily
Tell
about our
me
What
abilities,
shit.
What you
or
eat don't make me
whatever.
shit.
but it ain't
True story.
nothing it ain't nothing us we being told that we don't already know. I got a big forehead. You black as hell.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know what your joke was back in the day, but those were things that
Leonard, your name was not. You got a name, nerd.
nerd.
Right. Yeah, I always motherfucker call me Smoke, Tar Baby.
Yeah. So
all
we all
type
got
of shit,
joned on
so.
about certain shit, but we didn't let that define who we believed we were to ourselves. We let we learned some motherfucking
Hey,
jokes.
you
you
know-
know all the chicks I
I-
fucked and never called back who called me that shit growing up. How you doing?
Do you know what? I never
Shots fired.
coming up, I didn't really get talked about much. I was like,
You probably had jokes, so nobody want to cat with you.
They didn't want to play with me
Motherfucker
like
wanted to
that.
fight after he was
Right.
doing that.
Yeah, go kill yourself. And that's politically incorrect right now, but we used to tell motherfuckers that all the time.
No, go ahead
Fair-
off yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
go kill
Yeah.
yourself.
Do us a favor.
Fuck
out of
that was
but
the thing.
I was the kid that I guess I was too high and lofty in my thinking, and people was like,
look
you
at him
need
being
to.
bougie.
I was like, I didn't. That's a, oh, you just.
I'm so above
that
this.
motherfucker said, you just adopted the bourgeois life. I was born into it.
I was born it. I was molded by it.
Molded
Born
by
in
it. Born in
I'm
it.
trying to tell you, like I always saw myself having my own jet. I always saw myself having custom Mercedes. I always had some Rolls Royce. I always saw that as a kid, and people was like, "Man, you
Who
need
you
to."
think you is?
Yeah. So that's what I would get, and
You
then
little uppity nigga.
I was an uppity nigga always in my head, and then it became more of, okay, the nigga not gonna stop, so we just gonna let him say what he gonna say and just be, oh, okay, cool. All right. You niggas don't believe. I always believed, and it didn't matter how long it was gonna take.
Right.
For me to
Because
get where I
you
was
was
going.
prepared to put in the work.
I was prepared to fucking die for it. You know how some niggas be like, man, I'll die for this shit, and it be some bullshit. I was prepared to die for some shit that really meant something. Like I wanted to walk into a room and have money stacked to my walls, just not because I didn't have a bank account, but just because I wanted to do it.
Right.
Everything. Nigga. We died for everything.
I
Fuck it.
die for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the sad part is still right. It's still going on. Like the number of adults that had their own problems, and then they like. I had a conversation with the girl that I had to fight with in New Orleans.
Oh, okay. That's.
Yeah.
Look at you and shit being.
Girl,
mature.
listen, man, I've been doing good for these
Man,
last
you been
3
doing
weeks,
some
huh?
growing
That
up,
growth and
motherfucker.
development.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all see it? It's all on
You
me.
see it? You see it?
Y'all
You
need to be
see
here to
it?
see a
Y'all
real one.
see
You
it.
see it. You see it. Before you go any further, rest in peace, Don C. Man, like, hey,
Rest in peace,
you
Don
was
C,
a real
man.
one. This not that Don
Don
C.
C.
Don C. from the
Yeah.
courts.
His last name is Raglan.
Yeah, Don
Yeah.
Raglan. Rest in peace. Like it's
But we
crazy.
call him Don C because he's a CBL.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Don C. because he's CVL. And man, my condolences to Raphael, Walt, Lord Bill, all y'all, man. Don
Keisha.
Yeah, Don was a super solid dude, man.
Yeah,
like,
man.
and it was funny
Funny
last
as
time
fuck,
I
shit,
seen
both of
him
them.
at the LC picnic, right? Yeah, hilarious. I seen him at the LC picnic. Me, Ike, Billy, and fucking Don. We kicked it like a motherfucker. And Ike was like, "Man, who is them?" Y'all, I said, "Believe it or not, we was on opposite sides of the gates and didn't fuck with each other." Yeah, I said. He was like, "Damn, for real?" He was like, I said, "But we known each other all." I said, "But you see how much that shit don't matter because
Yeah, we
we
grown.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb. So, you know, that was a lesson that he learned just from us kicking it that whole day. I don't even know what that was about. We just saw each other at the picnic and we kicked it the whole fucking day.
Yeah.
Like them was my aces.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and this is, we shot at each other. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
So I just wanted to rest in peace. Hey, Don C, man, you know, Godspeed, safe journey, man, and rest well, brother.
Rest us.
And while we in that space, man, my condolences. My man Gambriel, his wife of 21 years passed a few nights ago. So, you know what I'm saying? Our condolences, bro.
Condolences.
And you know, me and him already talked, so whatever you need from me, you know what I'm saying? If it's in my power to do, it's done.
Man, condolences, and man, Godspeed on your journey and Godspeed to your wife, man.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
back to what you
growth.
were saying.
Yeah, growth and development, right?
Yeah.
Like
And
nobody.
vision and learning. Let's get right
Vision
here.
and learning.
Vision and learning, man.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, at this point, like
Folks can't have nothing.
you can't, like, God put us to the grow, right? When I stop growing, I'm dead. So for me, I just feel like the opportunity presented itself for me and her to talk.
Way.
You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up, and she was like, you know what? To be honest, you was one of the coolest motherfuckers I met when you came down here. She's like, man, every time you get off the plane, man, Liv, you coming over? What you doing? What's up? And she said, you know, that's just too much drinks and us doing whatever.
The most.
And I was like, you know what? It happened. You know what I mean? I was like, shit, it's over. I was like, shit, I fuck with you too. But I said that to say most people can't do that because they have so many other issues going on and they can't function if it's not chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to me the number of people that spend their time throughout the 24 hours of their day worrying about, discussing, trying to figure out, being jealous of, putting some shit together on a motherfucker that ain't putting no money in your pocket. That blows my mind. I don't understand it. Don't get me wrong. We all have conversations about our friends or people's situations. We wouldn't have this podcast if we weren't talking about other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? So everybody does.
But that's what we here to do. That's what this platform is
everybody
about.
does it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem comes in when you say you don't do it or you doing it from a place of malice.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start putting your mouth on people and not in a nasty way.
This was the setup for L to go.
This was the setup for L to go.
Like, you know how L get out. This was like, oh shit. She said
it is not nasty. It is natural. You put your mouth on this meat.
When you put your mouth on people in a way of hatred or making shit up or making a person look bad or just gossiping, because we all, don't get me wrong, it's gossip. It's good gossip and it's bad gossip. Shit, we can gossip about people like, damn, how I'm gonna help my friend out that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Or you gonna gossip about a motherfucker. Well, how she get that? Well, why she look like that? This what she got going on. That's the bad gossip. Yeah. So when you doing all of that type of shit, then that's when you got your own inner problems and you need to start looking at your own shit. But that's the self-hate. But
it's a lot of people, and the word self-hate is self-explanatory. They hate themselves. How can you expect somebody to love anybody else when they don't even love themselves? And a lot of people really don't love themselves. They go through life
avoiding mirrors.
Damn, I heard that on the radio today.
That's crazy.
It's a song or something?
Nah, I don't know. But
it's just motherfuckers don't like mirrors. They hate their self-image, so they create one. And social media has made it worse. It's allowed people to do that.
It's even worse. It's way worse.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you gotta love you. Like people wouldn't put up with bullshit relationships if they didn't love. If they started loving themselves, people wouldn't.
Ooh, Lord.
People wouldn't be stuck.
The doors of the church are open.
They wouldn't be stuck in jobs forever that they hate. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be stuck in living situations that they hate forever if they really love themselves. Like if you love yourself, okay, cool. Shit's all bad. I'm on my back right now. Here, let me make a plan because I love me enough to get me out the jam.
Right.
Period.
Let me make a plan, right? And so when you start loving yourself, you make plans because when you fail to plan, you really planning to fail.
Right. As you know, it's funny. like, you know, rest in peace to my mom. One of the things she always said to me,
That's sweet,
and
Mom.
I remember
Mhm.
I posted this too when she was alive, and she co-signed it. Like I ain't even know my mama had Facebook at the time. She
Uh-oh.
popped up on my
I think my
Facebook.
mama's still lying about her not
Yeah.
having a
She
Facebook.
was
Like
done
I
lying
didn't
out.
know.
She be
My
seeing
siblings
shit.
knew, but like,
Yeah.
like, and she be
Facebook
like,
say
so
you
you
only got to be
doing this?
15 to get on there. Let them old folks get on there.
You know, she
Shit.
was pretty
They
much
want to
like,
see what's going on too.
no, I be like, because I used to wonder how you be knowing shit that I said. But then I was like, you know, I said, because I said my mom had always told me, like, man, I envy you in the fact that you've never let anything stop you from pursuing what you
Mhm.
wanted to do. You know, you set out to get a record deal. You got two. You know what I mean? I set out to start my own businesses. I've done that 4 or 5 times over. You know what I mean? And made a living doing it, right? So she was like, you know, I just never had that level of courage. I don't know if it's the generation that I'm from. I said, mostly, because again, you come from laborers. You come from people who worked farms, people who had jobs, people who went to the military, and that was all they knew. So anything else other than what was tangibly there for you to grab onto was unrealistic. So when I said, nah, I'm going to go get a record deal,
It's
everybody was like,
fake
what? And even my
easy.
mom was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I remember distinctively traveling. Like my mother, because my grandmother got sick at 9, when she was 9, she had to help raise her brothers and sisters. Then she had kids when she was in college, so she never really went on a vacation. Like, definitely not on no plane until she worked for, you know, Northwest Airlines, and
Right.
that's long gone by now.
Damn, Northwest.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Right.
That was a while ago.
So she never went on vacation. I remember I was telling her, like, yeah, I'm finna go to Miami. And I told her about the time in Miami and how JEEZY stopped us in the Lambo and told us to go get our swimsuits and just shit. Like, she was like, and I took pictures because at this time we wasn't, you know, it's
It was the little
shit.
disposable cameras
Wasn't
that
no-
you had to drop
wasn't
off
no
at
phones,
Walgreens.
wasn't no,
Shit.
you know, you had to get real pictures.
Yeah.
So I showed her the picture and I was like, yeah, Maya on TV. And my mom was like, man, she was like so amazed. Like, man, she was like, man, I love it. She said, I love it that you're not scared of shit. You just gonna keep just doing you. I'm not just afraid that somebody gonna hurt you. And I was like, girl, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Man, my mom was cool like that. So, just seeing how proud she was to the place that we are now, and shit is like within arm's reach. All you gotta do is be creative. Like, if you didn't get creative during this time where everybody had no fucking jobs, nothing was fucking open, you ain't had no reason to get fly because every fucking thing was closed. If you didn't use your brain at that time to
shout out to
figure
all the
out your
people that
next
got fat,
fucking
because
move.
y'all coming to me and spending this money right now.
I gained a lot of pounds too, but I want them.
Hey. Yeah. Well, you had room for this motherfucker.
Well, oh
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
wait a
Yeah,
minute
room
now.
for the
It's a couple
motherfucker.
little things that I need to
Yeah.
touch up, but whatever. But yeah, if you didn't use that time to be creative and use your brain to try to figure out like what's next, because this possibly could happen again,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to figure out how to get to
Boy,
it.
this should test your hustle.
So if you didn't do
True
that,
story.
then I don't know what you was doing. I really don't know what you was doing. Because then it wasn't nothing else to do. It wasn't nothing else available to do.
I got motherfuckers trying to figure out now how I
So-
didn't miss a rent payment on my fucking fitness studio.
So
Don't
so
worry
what,
about it.
So with that being said, like people want
I don't know why people be
consume
everybody's
themselves
business
so
like
much
that.
with everybody else, and that's why you ain't gonna have nothing.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have anything.
There's a meme that I post quarterly, or periodically, I should say, and it said, "God will bless you if you stop hating. God will truly bless you if you stop hating." Man.
I mean, at the end of the day, you might as well. People gonna talk about you anyway. Shit, they gonna make some shit up to talk about if you completely fall off the face of the earth and nobody knows where you are. They gonna be like, yeah, that bitch had surgery and died. Yeah, that bitch had fuck with the wrong nigga and he killed her. Yeah, I knew her motherfucking big mouth was gonna get her in trouble. It's gonna be a million fucking stories out here, and you could be somewhere just, living your fucking life, and people gonna have a million things to say. So you might as well take the fucking chance. What the worst that could happen?
They crucified Jesus, so I mean, if all you gonna do
They
is crucify me with your
crucified Jesus,
tongue,
and they threw rocks at Dr. King. So You know, what I
Man,
mean?
shit, you better
And
take
he ain't
your-
gonna hit nobody. They was like, they just bust his shit anyway.
My,
You know?
Can't get him.
Mr.
So-
Carter tells me all the time, man, what's meant to hit you ain't gonna miss you. And what's meant to miss you ain't gonna hit you. Now, what is that in Arabic? Right, you know what? Never mind. You supposed to be paying attention.
You didn't even talk.
Okay.
You got to talk that vice lord talk. You don't understand that other shit, man.
But moving back on, never mind. moving on to
So Chicago PD fucked
motherfuckers
up
that need some
again.
growth and development.
Man.
Oh shit, damn.
Yeah,
CPD fucked up royally again. So
Again.
in Little Village for my Latino friends, La Villita,
They speaking some other Spanish.
They been married to him. He married Mexican for 20 years. Yeah, he better have a little Spanish.
Damn.
It's
You know, he picked
it's a
up a lot of
neighborhood
times.
I'm familiar with. I lived there for a little bit. My mother-in-law owns property there. So anyway, they shot
Right. Slight flex. Humble flex.
My so I get I
can't
watch
flex
the
with all
Chicago
Alabama, so.
police scanner, right? And I'm also a follower of the 1617 district, police scanner too. I live in the 16th. For those of you that don't know, that the 16th to 17th is like the far northwest side, like the northwestern tip of the city. Like you can spit to O'Hare Airport from there, and you can spit to Skokie, Niles, and Franklin Park and all that shit. But anyway,
spitting.
There you go.
But basically what I'm saying, I'm watching this shit, and then I'm watching the police scanner, and I see this 13-year-old kid that was killed, over in Low Village. I want to say like 24th and Sawyer. Now, if you know the west side and the southwest side, like anywhere from the Clare Courts to Low Village to K-Town, these areas, and motherfucking 24th and Sawyer is Latin King Central. You know what I mean? So Shorty, 13 years old. It was 2:33 in the morning, something like that, when they shot him. His mama didn't know he had even snuck outside. And for all you motherfuckers,
Here go Angry
about-
Man again.
talking about
Dun, 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 it's
Yeah,
Angry Man.
yeah, talking about his mama was negligent. He didn't know. Like, listen, you don't know everything your kids do. You don't even know if your kids are sneaking out right now because you ain't fucking caught them. You know what I mean?
I was sneaking out the house fucking. So
If his mama was paying attention to him, shut the fuck up.
I was a slick ass kid.
Shut the fuck
I wasn't slick at
That
12.
I was too.
yeah,
I was slick as hell at 10. So, but what I'm saying, Shorty
True
snuck
story.
out the crib. His mama didn't know he was outside, right? So Monday, she files a missing person report, right? They shot Shorty at like 2:33 in the morning on Monday, right?
Mhm.
So he was with a 21-year-old. So we're safe to say this 21-year-old was grooming him for gang culture, because the 21-year-old had to
Damn.
bang on him and everything like that. And them motherfuckers over there, they breed gang bangers. That shit's generational.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
anyway, they knew who Shorty was, where he was, but they told the mama they didn't know. You know what I mean? All while having his body, and they was like, well, we didn't know who he was. That 21-year-old motherfucker told y'all exactly who Shorty was.
Mm-hmm.
He told y'all who Shorty was. Like, you had a 21-year-old with a 13-year-old,
And
right?
they took the 21-year-old into custody.
He was in the custody. Now, they saying that the 13-year-old had a bang on him, right? But it's the same banger that they charging the 21-year-old with. Can't charge two people for one gun. So who
Right.
had it? But what they did is they propped the pistol up on the gate and took a picture of it and put it on Twitter because they know they fucked up, right? Shorty wasn't armed, bro. And what makes it worse, he had an IEP. You know what I mean? He had an individual education plan, which means he had some social issues and some developmental issues. So again, when people get to saying defund the police, they're not talking about take money from the police. What they saying is all of this militarization y'all dropping into the police. Listen, when the police shows up on the scene and they dealing with a mental, right? I got a client that she said she's a cop. They call her the mental whisperer but she worked at Hargrove. So she knows how to deal with them. She doesn't show up and the first thing she does is draw her weapon, right? But these other motherfuckers, all they want you to do is bow to my fucking authority. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what they mean by defund the police is like, no, if you know you dealing with certain shit, why can't you have a motherfucking social worker show up with the police, so the police ain't just beating and shooting on motherfuckers and not knowing that they ain't right up here all the way, but the social worker can sit them down and talk to them. But the police is not taught to de-escalate shit.
Nah,
They're taught to escalate shit. It's us versus them, and you want to go home.
Yeah. I have a question. What did they say the boy? Did the boy run or did the boy pull a gun? What are they saying the boy did?
They not saying
why
shit.
They shot them. Okay. So I have this to say, and by no means am I saying that either party is right or wrong. Usually, when you see somebody get murdered by the police, it's a murder. It's really not.
Shorty didn't have a gun.
Hold on. It's really not an accident. It's really not. They probably overextended their force, so they used excessive force and that person died.
Per their usual.
For I think 99.9% of the cases, that's what I feel. But the police also has, and I'm just speaking. If I was a police officer, you have a lot to assess in a short amount of time. So you putting your life on the line every day to go to protect and serve at this city, whether it's somebody got the purse snatched or another murder. You have a very hard job. That's first and foremost. You have to think something all the way through when you don't necessarily have time to think it through. And depending on your thoughts or what you've been through, or if you had a bad day, a lot of things come into play when you have to make those decisions. So I think that, like I said, 99.9% of the police that these kids are murdered, or black people are murdered, or I don't think there's no reason why you should be shooting anybody unless they shot at you.
Nobody drew a weapon. They didn't even know Buddy had a gun on him until after they killed.
So this is my thing. I'm just saying they have a very, very hard job to assess something in seconds most of the time.
And I'm just saying that police culture is bullshit.
I ain't disagreeing with that. I don't think that has nothing to do with what I just said.
Has everything to do with what you just said.
Before we do that, listen, let me deflate that right quick, right?
Everything.
Being a police officer ain't even in the top 20 most dangerous jobs in this country.
I'm not saying that that's
But what I'm saying, it's just not. So this is why I always tell when police say that, I ain't talking about you, but when police say that, I'm quick to call bullshit and hit them with the fucking stats. I'm like, your job ain't even in the top 20. Okay. It's not even in the top 20. A construction worker has a more dangerous job than a police officer. They act like motherfuckers just running around out here shooting cops. Well, now they are in Chicago, because the other thing they kept quiet, within the past month and a half, there's been 13 CPD officers shot. Yeah. But again, like I said, y'all been killing motherfuckers a long time. And these Gen Z kids are different. They just not going.
They don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. So now you got these little niggas, little Mike and the shooter gang scared, and the police scared. Now you got a bunch of pussies with guns on both sides. So niggas that they scared to shoot because they scared on both sides now.
But I have a thing, and this is the reason why I'm saying that. I have a couple police officer friends, and they like, bitch, you know, black folks just don't get in people's business. We don't want to be doing this shit, but it pay well. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back, or you got to think about it. They don't even want people to know. If I be like, oh, this my, they don't want people to know.
Ain't for them.
So this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They could pull up on the scene in a similar situation. They really don't give a fuck, because really I ain't gonna say they don't give a fuck, but if you ain't doing nothing to nobody, you ain't hurt nobody, grandma, you look like you doing right. Most of the time, they'll be like, nigga, I don't really want to do this paperwork. Go ahead on. Mm-hmm. I done had a couple motherfuckers give me a pass on some shit, and I'm like, come on, man. What are you talking about?
But
you don't got nothing better. But this is the thing. So those friends of mine that may have to go on that particular call, like I said, they have to assess a situation in moments.
But they not doing that. You know
absolutely.
Why? Because again, now let's talk about the hiring practices of CPD. Let's talk about this, because half of these motherfuckers they're hiring have no city experience before moving here and going to the academy. Okay. Mm-hmm. They grew up in suburbs and gated communities, and it's like, look,
this is their first time even really being exposed to black people.
I've had 3 or 4 of my close friends who are CPD, who are black, who grew up in the hood. Like, listen, it's fucked up in my academy class. I'm the only person that's ever been in a fist fight in my life. It's like, nigga, I was in the academy beating these white folks to fuck up because they can't fight. You know what I mean? Like, because they ain't never had a fight. They don't even know how to react in the fight. So this is who CPD is recruiting. And I have a thing that I would like to see happen. You can't police a community unless you are a member of it. So my client who works in the 11th, she was born and raised in the 11th around Jackson and Pulaski and all of that shit.
And
right?
you inclined to take care of it more if it's yours.
Right. Well, again, so she's told him on multiple occasions, I have to give a fuck because when I take off this uniform, I have to go back into the community. Mm-hmm. And everybody on my block know me since I was a little girl, and now they know I'm the fucking police. Mm-hmm. They know I'm the or as we say, the police.
So you gotta be doing right, or they gonna hold you accountable.
You know what I mean? Like they know. So she's like, when y'all take off y'all uniforms, y'all get to go back to Mount Greenwood, Beverly, wherever the fuck y'all going to, you know, Rogers Park, motherfucking Edgewater, y'all get to go wherever y'all live and wherever. She's like, so, but I have to come in this community and answer for the shit that y'all do. So what y'all not finna do is no bullshit on my watch, because everybody knows me. You know what I'm saying? And this is a young girl. She only 32 years old.
Right.
Young girl, like, and so
shout out to all the ones that is there for the right reason. You know, some of y'all just pussies and y'all just want to take out all y'all old high school bullying out on some other motherfuckers or somebody that look like somebody. It's just crazy to me.
The culture dictates that, right? Because I tell people all the time, I say, yo, since 17 fucking 03 or 06, I can't remember the year right now, all the slave patrols and the patty rollers is what became the police. The motherfuckers that they used to, when, you know, if your master gave you a pass and you had a girl on the other plantation, right? You know, and you going to see that, hey boy, where you going? Let me see your pass. That's where you going? Let me see your ID. It's the same questions. Where you going? Where you coming from? Let me see your ID.
Where you stay?
Where you stay? Where you, like, man, fuck you. I'm not answering.
What you doing over here?
What do you want? Here's my license and registration, my nigga. We don't have to have no discussions or no conversations. But it's the same questions. The pattern is the same. Mm-hmm. Hey, where you headed, boy? Your master know you off the plantation?
Yeah.
Let me see your pass.
I want to shift gears for a second. We seen how the black community have responded to police shooting.
I want to see how the Latino community.
I really want to see. I want to see if the cartel just come up here and just start shooting motherfuckers.
It depends on who family they kill. Shit, they coming up here if they did. You fuck with the wrong one.
And that's what I'm looking for.
There's a motherfucker who lived in Little Village. They already got motherfuckers there. You understand what I'm saying? Like
there it is.
They like listen. They already got motherfuckers there.
And they got the arsenals. If they wanted to
press the go button, they could press the go button.
I'm waiting to see if they gonna press the go button.
Somebody that they know connected. Shit.
I'm telling you. I want to see how this goes.
Was that racist? Just whatever.
No. It's not because
nah, fam. We know what's going on. That's like saying Humble Park.
Everybody's used to us being on the front line, right? Because when something happens to us,
and marching,
it's motherfucking go time, and everybody is like, oh, let's stand behind them. But I want to see how people deal when they have to deal on their own without us, like the whole Stop Asian Hate shit and all that. And I always say, like, no. Fuck Stop Asian Hate. Stop white violence. Because let's not make this about what it ain't. There's one group of people who's perpetuating this bullshit.
Yep.
So we can just say stop white violence.
And the media keeps twisting the story to make it fit.
Black people need to stand with. Here's the thing. Don't nobody stand with us. Like this is the thing. Like, here's my problem with all of it. And I'm going to say this and I'm done, right? My problem with all of it is this. We stand next to everybody. Mm-hmm. We stand with everybody.
That's our problem.
But when it comes time for everybody to stand with us, we walk in like, hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I seen Jesse Jackson jump down with the Asians.
Yeah,
but I ain't never seen no Asians jump down with us.
And when everybody...
And they ain't.
Listen, and then when you say, no, fam, I'm good. I got my own issues. Now you the bad guy and everybody mad at you. No, my nigga, I know how this movie ends. I've seen this. I'm good. I want to see. Here's the thing. I have no problem fighting with you. What I'm not going to do is fight for you.
Yep.
Black people want to stand firm with everybody, but they all motherfucking selves. How y'all going to keep getting everybody else's business? We got our own motherfucking problems.
Well,
I don't be, listen.
Speaking of everybody else's
with you,
business.
but I will not fight for you. You got Like I ain't helping no nigga that ain't gonna help themselves.
Right.
If
And when
you
I
mind,
say nigga,
you
I
could
mean
be.
everybody. They
I'm only taking
everybody.
care of mine and mine only. I don't got no help for too many more people unless I see you being bullied or the old people or something like that.
But B, because we know how this movie ends. We've done it
hell
before.
yeah. You
We-
get
we-
in people's
we know how
business,
it
you
ends.
be the one fucked up and they gonna move on with their day.
We know how it
I'll
ends.
just tell you
As
that.
soon as they can ease off, they gonna ease off and leave you holding the bag. Like, no, I want to see how the Asian community handles their shit without us being involved.
Latino community
I
handle
want
that
to see
shit.
how the Latino community handles their shit.
I think
without
police
us
over
being
there. I
involved.
think whoever did that ain't gonna live long.
Yeah, I just
Well,
want to
that's
see.
gonna be.
Because my
That's
thing
what I'm
is,
gonna tell you.
if I see motherfuckers riding hard, for themselves, I'm riding with you. What you not gonna do is guilt me into being that shit being my issue and solely my issue. Why ain't black folks standing with us? Man, I got my own motherfucking problem.
You have Hispanic kids, so I get why you are involved. I don't have a lot of Hispanic friends. I got a few. And if they, need my assistance, I'm coming to fuck with them or whatever the case may be, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my motherfucking people, I'm rolling if y'all rolling, but I really like to stay at home and not get in fights. So my pussy ass get whooped.
I gotta come outside. I can't just give y'all no money.
I
can't give y'all no money and no food.
I can't fix y'all no hot dogs.
I can't like fucking.
I don't cook hot dogs, baby. It's
steaks.
never hot dogs. It's salmon and steak.
I can't cook y'all no salmon or no steak or no chicken
sorry.
wings or nothing like that. I can do
cooking
that.
for stuff.
Oh, I gotta come outside now. I probably ain't.
Let me tell y'all something. I am old. I don't work out, and they put me on high blood pressure medicine. Please don't make me have to shoot you. That's all I'm saying.
Makes sense.
So at the end of the day, I am
I
doing
train
what
for this
old
shit. I
niggas
don't
do.
know.
Old niggas cook and shoot people.
I was ready.
I'm in the gym just to look good.
Shit,
But
I'm
don't
just
make me
keep it
shoot
real.
you.
But no, I
don't
tell
make me
folks
shoot
all
you.
the time, man. Like, listen, I work out for me. These bullets for everything else. So make no
I know,
Yeah,
I know
at
that's
this
real.
age,
Cause I'm not
Man,
breaking
I'll
a
be
sweat.
46 in
bitch.
May, man.
Yeah.
Next month I will be turning 46.
I
Man.
mean,
I'm
you can still catch these hands, but
Yeah,
nine
yeah,
times out
I'm
of
gonna
rather
ten,
shoot
not.
you and I'm
I'd
gonna say
rather
call
not.
the ambulance for this motherfucker.
Nah, I ain't fighting shit. You gonna fight for your life. That's
I said,
pretty
I'ma
much
shoot you.
Right.
Shit going.
you gonna
But,
fight. I ain't fighting shit. You gonna fight for your life. That's funny as hell.
That's all.
that's pretty
but
much
back,
how
but
it
back,
goes.
we need to get back on growth and development though.
But right quick, speaking of growth and development,
I-
shout out to JEEZY and Jenny Ma Jenkins for tying the knot.
Jenny
I
Ma
just like to
Jenkins.
say Jenny Ma
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Jenny Ma Jenkins sound like y'all on a double wide.
I'm gonna sit
Hey.
here and cook my chicken in my double wide. That's what it sounds like. I love it, man.
Jenny
what
Ma
I love-
Jenkins,
What I
girl.
love is how mad it makes people. And like me and Liz was watching her.
Crazy.
Me and Liz was watching her
Ugh.
speak about.
Man,
y'all
y'all business.
Yes, she's saying like, listen, she said, it's empowering for me to give somebody else power, right? She's like, she said, in order for them to have that power, I have to allow it. But I told Liz, I said, this is also a culture that she comes from. I said, I have to allow it because I'm so bossed up in my everyday life.
Woo, we just said that, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm so bossed up in my everyday life to what, and it's like for me, I told Liz, she was like, damn, I just said this to her this morning. Shout out to the wife.
Listen.
I just said this to her this morning, B. I said, listen, a lot of these niggas that y'all think is alpha males is really beta males. I said, because a real nigga gonna let hit that not even let, wants his woman to be everything that she wants to be, and he does not feel threatened or insecure in the least by that. I told Liz, I said, whatever you want to do and whatever you want to be, I want you to go do that. You know what I'm saying? But I said, what? She's like, it's a lot of shit around here. Well, I'd be like, that's Jay's department. She said, and that's the perks of having you. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, but, a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that, and they get defensive about that because they don't know what that looks like. You understand what I'm saying?
I think the issue with a lot of situations and relationships is that people want to control the other, or they have this false narrative in their head about what a partner should look like, right?
Ownership culture.
So you in your mind thinking that a man should pay all the bills, should fix every fucking thing, give you the money, and you just look cute and you spend the
But
money.
they still want to go to work.
And go to work
And not contribute shit.
and do whatever you want to do. So in your mind, that's what it looks like. But you guys never have the conversation. So because y'all never have a conversation, y'all spend this time, pretending like y'all okay with each other and not really asking about like what does that look like to you? What does a marriage look like to you? And a lot of people don't even fucking know. Like if you ask them people that shit, the top of their head, they don't even fucking know.
I'm just tired of seeing single motherfuckers argue over hypothetical bills.
My
You
whole
ain't got nobody. Shut the fuck up.
right, and bitch, I might have them all this month, bitch. If I come up like I just came up this week, bitch, I got them all this month, bitch. Go ahead, go on, use your little bit of money, daddy.
If you
what
right,
you want?
if you
Go
if you
get
saw
it.
me and Liz's live, I said,
Go
listen,
get it.
sometimes I'm Michael and she Tito. Sometimes she Michael and I'm Tito. It's never really 50-50 because sometimes I'm up and she not. Other times, like, listen, and there's been months she'd be like, babe, I got this little private client because you know she still does therapy and she does assessments privately and shit. So
Right.
I got a few extra dollars. What you want? Go get it. It's on me.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
like
She
at-
like, go ahead, little daddy. I'm like, I'm going, little mama.
Yeah.
No, but
You
at
know,
the
shit.
but at the same time, y'all have these relationships and y'all don't even have a conversation because by the time you get married, you married 2 or 3 years and it's over with. Because y'all don't even know each other at all.
No, y'all just married because
Y'all
y'all
don't,
fuck good.
or not even necessarily because I think they don't even be marrying because they fuck good. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers marry and the sex ain't shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, and that was the shit that
Huh?
used to scare me as a
Huh?
shorty. Like,
Who?
I'm not getting married to get into a
What?
sexless life.
Where?
You ain't never hey, you ain't never seen the meme where motherfucker be like, niggas got side bitches because it'd be harder to get in-house pussy than to be out-house
Yeah,
pussy.
and I
And the
know some
number of
niggas
niggas
like
that,
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
Why the
niggas be-
fuck
niggas be-
would
niggas
I
be-
ever? Wait a minute. Let me. Oh shit.
Ni-
Why the fuck would you marry me to dry this dick out?
This nigga passionate.
Why?
Look,
the
look.
fuck?
You know, I
Why?
knew he was gonna get active when we started talking about sex.
The lack of.
L finna send this bitch
Or
up.
the
The
lack
lack of.
of.
See, I
Bitch
wish
up.
I-
Ah, shoot this bitch up.
I wish I would the fuck get married and have a dry dick.
But this is the
That
thing.
should be so short lived.
Motherfuckers get married for what it looks like before the marriage.
Because they don't have any fucking relationship, bro.
You know, you don't have no.
Bitch, kill yourself.
You know what
If
I'm
you're
saying?
not gonna do this,
people,
motherfucker.
people like, oh well, if you've been together X amount of years and he ain't married you, nah, bitch, I am still trying to figure this nigga out. I ain't got it yet, and he just been too consistent, or whatever. Or he done showed me a couple flaws and I got a little red flag, so I'm trying to see if he gonna work that out before I fucking die.
But
other
we
than
love
that,
different though.
but absolutely. But what I'm saying is people have a false hope in their head about what it looks like and they don't even fucking know what it look like. So you sitting back worried about another motherfucking relationship. Jenny Mine, this man is happy.
As fuck.
They doing their own shit.
That nigga posted, I found
She
me
ain't
when
even
I
got
found
time.
you, Mrs. Jenkins. I said, God damn.
Listen, and I don't have a problem with people dating outside their race. Do whatever makes you happy. What I'm concerned about is that y'all got so much of a problem with somebody doing that because you weren't even on the motherfucking list. You weren't even in line.
You weren't even in the radar.
So you can't even speak
wasn't a
for
blip.
nobody else. You don't know what their
That
experiences
thing that go
was.
bloop, bloop. You
Right.
wasn't in
You know, you don't even know what their
Mm.
experiences was before they met this particular person and shit. The stars and the moon and all that shit lined up and it just happened. But again, I digress. Go ahead. You
I
angry
respect
man number
that.
2.
I respect that.
Nah, man, do not fucking marry me to
Listen,
dry this dick out.
I don't want to marry no
I'ma
nigga.
need the pussy.
Listen, I don't want to even marry no
Early and
nigga.
often.
I don't even want to marry.
Man.
I'm not even gonna say no nigga. I don't even want to marry a person that even if you made me mad, I don't want to fuck you. Bitch, if I could just say I don't want to fuck you, bitch, because I'm going to give you some pussy just because I'm smart. Because if I don't give him no pussy, he going to go get some.
Especially
So,
if y'all
bitch,
mad at each other.
I'm definitely is going to make it all impossible for you to do.
Sex when we wasn't fucking with each other, like, we
Bitch,
ain't
I
really
just
feel-
need you to
but
go
we
ahead,
need
get
to
this, like,
get
go
back.
ahead
Let's
on.
go ahead and knock this shit out.
Knock-
Then I didn't make no
knock the starch
sandwiches.
out
I don't
real
get no
quick.
towel or nothing. I be like, handle your business.
That's
My
cool.
petty kicks in after the nut.
Until she be like, ooh, I was trying not to enjoy this. But I
Right.
hit that spot.
No,
Right.
no. I
I
have learned to, you know, still be a bitch from time to
Oh,
time.
fuck. Look. Listen, let me tell you something. I've been
Like,
married
nigga, go
damn
get
near
your own
22 years.
towel.
I know where the motherfucking spot is. I don't give a fuck how mad
All
she
right,
is.
well, I ain't never been
I
married,
know,
so
look,
he
I
ain't
know
that
where the twists and
consistent.
turns at and all of that shit. So even if she mad, I know how to.
You know how to
I
get
know-
right.
you know
You know how to
what
get right to it. You know how
I
to
know
take
how
your
to hit
time
the
to get
switch.
to it.
Oh.
You know how to get right to it if
Yeah,
you need
no,
to.
if I see
All
a-
that
Look, here
shit.
go
If
my
I
thing.
still play,
I see
bitch.
you trying to hide the switch, but watch this. Watch this behind the back. No, look.
If I feel played, I'ma still fuck you, but I'ma make you get your own towel. I ain't making I ain't making no sandwich afterwards. You probably gonna have to go get you some McDonald's.
That's right. And I'm gonna bring you back some too. Don't with your.
And I'ma eat it.
I already know what your mad ass want to eat. We've been together so long. I know exactly what to feed your mad ass.
I be like, nigga, you know I like Chick-fil-A, but I ain't
I'm gonna bring your ass back some anyway.
Anyway, because it's gonna be a fight if I don't.
But anyway,
definitely will.
Moving on.
Yeah, man.
Jeezy's former manager KINKY B said that Jeezy lost street credibility by doing the verses with Gucci and Gucci saying what he said. I don't understand what both of these niggas are multi-millionaires. What they supposed to do? Kill each other on camera to prove something to the world? That shit is dumb. And okay, here's the question I pose to y'all. At what point do we grow the fuck up?
We should be the fuck grown at the 30, but that ain't happened.
So watch this. Because I don't even want to. I really don't even want to spend much time on this dumb shit. And you know what? I ain't gonna talk about what I don't like. I'm gonna talk about what I do like, what I do appreciate. I appreciate being able to talk to Jay and Ra and being able to talk to other brothers who we have our affiliations growing up through the years and have our histories of who we are and what we've done and what we have grown from. We are now fathers, we are husbands, we are fiancés, boyfriend, whatever. No we are heads of households. You know what I'm saying? We
engaged and you ain't
no, I ain't did. I ain't okay. not yet. We are our fathers. We are men, we grown men, and to be able to have these conversations with niggas that I know put work in the streets, with niggas that I know was fucking idiots. So we was some fucking idiots,
y'all
man.
was riding around
we was reckless. You know what I'm saying? Like to be able to look another brother in the eye and be like, damn
we
bro,
grew up.
we really grown. Like I appreciate that shit. So there, KINKY B. You might want to change your thought process so you can live a little bit longer.
But who's around all these young motherfuckers and signing all these young motherfuckers and shit like that. Like,
but so you fucked up anyway. By the way, you was the out of pocket nigga of the week. This is the thing, right? We all get to a certain age and we grow up. So our job, if I'm reading my Bible correctly, it's for us to grow up and pass on what we know that's positive and the mistakes we made to the younger generation, whether that be a nephew, niece, kid, whatever. You and your dumb ass don't want to get the fuck out the hood ass, ghetto ass, listen, thinking this shit is still cute ass nigga. Cause you was probably a pussy on the street. But I digress. I don't know nothing about you, so I ain't gonna put that on you. But what I'm gonna say is, you dead ass wrong, cause you see Von down, you see Mo 3 down, you see all these kids down behind a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of fucking nothing, and they got money to change their lives and their people lives, and you still inciting the bullshit. You like my auntie Vicky. You got these kids under you got kids under your motherfucking wing. And you got the right to be like, you know what, that was some big shit. Y'all gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? I understand y'all think this shit big right now, but we got these dollars to make. You could come from that angle to get them and still let them, hey man, I ain't gonna tell y'all what to do, but this is what I would do so that y'all can get here to legendary status. You ain't doing that. You got the fucking nerve to speak on another grown ass man. You ain't even have to speak on that motherfucker man. Do he owe you something?
He feel he do.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's the reason why you talking dumbass shit. That man that grew up, that man that got married. He probably want to have some children. If he don't already got there, man, mind your fucking business. And if you can't get your motherfucking money, move on.
Look, man, here go my thing with that. Like,
drink your wine, shit.
Motherfucker told me.
I got angry. I was angry with me.
Now you was kind of angry on me right there.
I was a little angry. Sorry.
Say,
not even my business.
Used to be this. Now you're a family man. I said, well, do you think that makes me more or less dangerous? I said, because at the end of the fucking day,
for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, before it was just me. I got a lot of shit to uphold and protect at this point. Yeah. So you don't understand the lengths I'm willing to go through to do shit, right? But at the end of the day, here's what I don't get. What them motherfuckers, and I was watching Gilly go in about this shit on the Breakfast Club, and I understand. He was like, if a nigga try to clean me up and I clean that nigga up, nigga, I don't give a fuck. We smoking on whatever. that night. So for me, excuse me, and this is why I fuck with Wallow, his cousin. Wallow was like, this nigga goofy. You know, he pointing at Gilly like this nigga goofy. And you know how they go back and forth.
Right, yeah, they tag
family.
each other all the time.
That's their dynamic, they family.
Yeah.
Right, but Wallow was like, nah, man. He was like, at some point, it's got to be about getting to the bag. You know, he said, what the fuck they supposed to do? Murder each other on fucking the internet and everybody and fuck up all the money for them and everybody around them.
They just had a story on the Chicago Street News. I followed that on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
The boyfriend and the brother shooting at each other and killing each other. That was Missy's daughter's. That was Missy's daughter's son's father. So that was Naya's son's father.
For real?
The boyfriend was Naya's son's father. I mean, daughter's father, the twins. So, no story short, like, that to me was dumb.
That shit dumb as fuck.
Y'all don't got no vest on. Y'all act like this paintballs. Y'all just shooting at each other blindly like shit, and both of you niggas is dead. Like, especially when they get to a pinnacle of yeah, absolutely. That JEEZY and Gucci is at pinnacle of I wouldn't have even been petty on this because if I gotta get on the stage with you and we gotta go back to back like it's still beef,
but that's what I said.
Then I'm gonna stay at home because I'm like, no, I ain't gonna come because that shit is gonna escalate to something, and I don't really want it to because he gonna say the wrong shit, and I know that I haven't grown up enough to ignore it. So, like I told y'all, me and the girl that I had the altercation with in New Orleans had a conversation as women. This was a couple months ago. This ain't even like years, or we definitely ain't trying to kill each other, nothing like that. It just was a motherfucking quick little touch up. But other than that, like they got plenty money. They got money that the number of people that's depending on them, the number of people that they got to take care of on a daily, the businesses, the things that they haven't already solved. Like at some point, you got to be like, you know what? She whooped me. I'm gonna let that shit slide. Cause I want to get somewhere else.
It was a family, and I just got through talking about early on here. I kicked it. Me and my son kicked it with a motherfucker I tried to off.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
But I'm saying, like, on some real shit, like, because it's grown men, we understand, like, okay, if I would have offed you or you would have offed me, what would have been accomplished?
Nothing.
You know
because none of y'all ain't had no motherfucking money.
Right. Not no real money.
You ain't had nothing to leave nobody else.
Somebody did, and somebody got to go to jail.
You know what I mean? And that's it. So, like, at the end of the day, like, at what point, I'm like, listen, the last thing I'm worried about is how a motherfucker feel about me who's still standing on corners every day. What Hope say? I ain't in the project always. Talking about how I be in the projects all day.
All day.
That shit is stupid to me.
I just posted a meme that just said like,
you prove it to me.
Right. I just posted a meme that said like, you're going to have to leave some people behind.
Yeah.
But if the conversation, we ain't talking about the next motherfucker trip we going on, something of some substance, the business, the bag, something positive for these kids or something you might need from me so that we can, uphold, upbring the neighborhood or, some charity wise. I don't want to hear about what nobody, I have eliminated so many people just because it ain't none of the substance. I'm spending my day talking to you about what.
But when I see a bunch of, and just in this particular, I don't know Kinky B, but when I see another grown ass man talking about street cred, my nigga, you are part of the problem. You part of the problem. This is why these shorties don't respect me. You have given them nothing to aspire to. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to
grow up, nigga.
You doing the same dumb shit they doing.
Aspire.
Grow
so now
up,
these
nigga.
shorties feel like you on their level. I used to have to go in the lounge to catch my uncles when they got off work, having to drink and get a few dollars and shit like that.
Right, you drinking with the niggas, probably popping pills with the niggas, fucking little hoes.
But like, dude, fuck is y'all doing this? Y'all wonder why these young boys don't. And that's the thing. I tell motherfuckers, I never had these young boys deal with me in the capacity that they deal with you goofy niggas because I'm supposed to have graduated into. I'm trying to get him something to aspire to. But you trying to beat them, which makes them disrespectful towards you.
And quiet as kept, the little bitches that around them, they like, I don't want to fuck the old nigga. They won't fuck King Von them. They don't want to fuck the
Don't
uncle.
fuck your ass.
So why are you hanging with these niggas? It's not nothing
You
in
gotta
it for
buy
you.
motherfucking sneakers and purses and shit like that.
It
for
ain't
these hoes to
nothing.
get used
It
to
ain't
pussy.
nothing in it for you, dude. Like it ain't nothing for you. It
Right.
ain't nothing for you.
Young
to,
bitches be trying to
nigga, if
ruin
you
my
ain't
life.
get where you going right now,
have
like
to
they
run
said,
from
you
young.
got to pay your fare.
Little bro coming down the street who got on the run over ones is knocking the bottom out this bitch for nothing.
Right, for,
Right,
for a sack.
I don't even understand
You
why
smoke?
you doing it, but yeah, you need to keep
Smoke me
your
out.
keep. Come on, Kinky B. We listen, man. I don't know you. I'm
Let me
hoping.
bang. Let me bang.
I need y'all to grow up too.
Never. No,
Big titty bitches, they talk a lot of shit.
Bend your ass over and
Ride on the dick.
ride
Ride.
on the dick.
Y'all gonna stop?
Ride.
Ride.
I need y'all to grow up. I need these niggas to grow. Sean, I need you.
Let me bang.
All right, man. Well, we touched on everything.
No, we didn't.
Kinky B. Oh shit. I thought we got.
Yeah, we gonna
We
talk.
got the Quavo and Sweetie shit.
Oh,
then.
goddamn.
Hey, look, man. Let me just
I
say
thought that was
this.
everything.
I feel like
Jesus.
they instantly they crucified Quavo, and initially I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like shorty talking about she can't take the deceit and all that no more, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, that's a young nigga. It's a young rich nigga. A young
Talk
famous
about
rich
that.
nigga. I mean, like you probably should expect that there would have been bitches. But the other thing is that when I kept reading along and
will
kept
be
watching these
bitches.
stories, there will be bitches. One man, bitches. The story of Quavo. Woo! Mama. No, I'm just saying, this nigga spent $2 million
I'm sick
on
of
her.
them.
And she said she didn't feel like he appreciated her work.
Bitch, this the Quavo. My worth is less than that. Holla at your girl.
Look,
It's less than the 2 million, daddy.
my problem is this. Where was this
I gotta
energy
just
for
significantly
Hov on the
too.
elevator when his wife's sister was trying to fight him over him and his wife's business? I wish a motherfucker would. Like, listen, me and my wife's business is me and my wife's business. But I'd have tried to put you through that elevator wall. Fuck is wrong with you? Like, where that energy
Angry
at?
man. Angry
Where
man.
that energy at? Like, listen, our business ain't none of you. I wish another motherfucker would try to fight me for what me and my wife got going
I
on.
don't believe Jay. I've seen Jay with his sister-in-law, and it's all
I love
hugs
my
and kisses.
sister-in-law.
And
But she ain't never got in our business.
I bet she would. I bet she would.
I bet she won't.
She would. But again,
And
you gotta know.
I bet you if she did, you would probably use
Sally,
all
we love you,
restraint.
baby. Let me tell you something.
You would use all restraint.
He is not.
know.
He is not. He is
don't
not. He. Listen. If somebody
know.
put their hands on JJ, don't give a fuck who it is. It's going down. I don't give a fuck. He is not gonna let you beat on him.
To the moon, bitch.
It's just
It's
not gonna go well.
It's up.
Um,
But again, like,
not gonna
I
go
have a
well.
healthy respect for my sister-in-law.
yeah,
She has a healthy
yeah.
respect for me.
Sally just
She
want to
knows
party
that
shit. I love you.
Look,
Holla at me.
hey, we done left Sally with Brandy and they done tore shit down.
Period.
They done put it to the ground, you know what I'm
Me
saying?
and Sally is here.
Like,
If I was a
both
Mexican,
of them
I'll be
motherfuckers
Sally.
a little bit too much of party animals for me. Shit, I gotta go my old ass home.
I gotta go home.
Then we wake up looking like
Come on,
looking like
babe,
Cat
let's go
Williams.
home.
I got to go home and get me some sleep. But
Shit.
on some real shit though, like, no, I just want the same energy, you know, like all jokes aside, where was that energy? Because y'all was celebrating Solange swinging on a man who could have fucking decimated her.
He
right?
could have fucked
He
her
coulda
up.
fucked her up. And the only reason he didn't is because of his wife, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Listen, let me tell y'all
Yeah,
why it
because
ain't
the old
gonna never
Jay,
be the
we
same
seen Jay
energy.
muff bitches before.
It ain't never gonna be the same energy because bitches is outnumbered by men. Period. So as much pussy as
Say
y'all
what, huh?
can get. No,
What?
no,
That's
no.
not
Women and women outnumber men. That's what I'm saying. So
Oh,
it's not
okay,
going.
right.
It's not
Make
going
sure
to
you
be.
get that one right.
I misspoke. Listen.
okay, Hillary.
I'll
Hillary.
check my motherfucking emails. No, women outnumber men, right?
Mhm.
So because y'all get this plethora of motherfucking pussy, these women think they can whoop y'all ass. I'm not one of those women. I'm just saying, but it's
These
never
hands are
gonna
ready to
be.
eat for
It's never
everyone.
going. It's never gonna be that level of fairness when it comes to women giving y'all their energy because they already angry.
This is true.
They already angry. So y'all just like the dude, what his name, Kevin Samuel say it's never gonna be like equal. It's never gonna be
There's always
fair
gonna be
when it
double
comes to us
standards.
wanting something
Yeah.
with the men. Y'all not gonna get that. Anytime it looked like y'all might have did this to a bitch, Oh, he assaulted her.
What they say?
That's
like,
gonna be
a
an
woman
assault.
could swing on a dude 1,000,000 times. He block one head. Oh, this man crazy.
Sure
Call
enough.
the police. Like,
Yep.
wait, what?
Yeah,
I'ma
even
tell
with
you,
the police.
watching that video, Quavo did not hit
he
that
did
girl.
not hit that girl. All
He didn't
did
even
was
throw
get
her.
the fuck up.
He grabbed
And
his
did
bag.
you see the over dramatics of her in the corner talking about, and then she get up there. I'm
She
like,
knew she was
come
on camera.
fam.
She knew she was on camera.
Here's my thing. All right, listen. And
Give
I'ma
her the
keep it a
Oscar,
bean with you.
bitch.
I know that I'm
Acting her
probably
ass off, baby.
don't test this theory, but 90% of the time I'm not gonna hit you. Don't test this theory. I'm not gonna hit you because every dude that I've ever hit, I've broken something on, whether it was their nose, their jaw, whatever. Every dude that I've ever punched flush, I've broken something, right?
Jesus.
And so
Sorry.
I know me, like we were just me, Liz, Shelly, and her husband Alex was all just having this discussion last week. I know who I am. I am a uber aggressive guy. This is why I lift so much, I box so much, I play football, coach football, all that shit, because I need a outlet for that shit. Because if not, I would beat a lot of you niggas the fuck up. And I have. Check my resume. But what I'm saying is,
R&B bully.
my thing is this, literally. But what I'm saying is this,
Shame.
right? Don't test this theory. If you're a woman 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna hit you. But if I feel like you're trying to harm me, I'm probably gonna bounce you off and slide you across some shit just so you get the point that there's nothing you can do with me.
Damn,
You know
that's
what
worse
I
than
mean?
hitting her
So-
shit. You gonna bounce off what? It ain't
Couple
too much
walls and
soft
A
slide
wall
on
or
across a
something,
couple
yeah.
tables
Well, damn,
and
I'd
shake
rather
her the
nigga
fuck
slap
up.
me.
Yeah.
Because my thing, no. Because if
Open hand slap.
did
Not,
you just not hear me say every man that I have ever hit flush, I've broken something.
I said slap, not punch.
You still can get
I've
something
slapped
broke.
the motherfucker
Yeah.
unconscious, a man, so I don't want to do that either.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, don't
Like,
slap me. Shit,
Why would
'cause
I
I'm
slap
not
you,
gonna
bro?
put my hands
Stop.
on you.
Stop. Like, first of all, I would like.
I
First
wasn't
of all,
volunteering
hey,
myself.
don't
shit.
let me fool you. I tried to grab her during the altercation with this one arm.
Goddamn
And look,
honey
like with
badger.
this motherfucking one arm that can curl about
That was the old me,
a
Jay.
120-pound dumbbell that I can grab. I was like, cause Liz like, babe, get her. I grab her like, B, come on, cause she little. I'm like, come on. She like, she jump out, damn, they rip my shit out the socket. I said, hold on, I had to grab her with both arms. Like, wait a minute, shit. This
that was
motherfucker-
the
I said, this little motherfucker strong as hell.
That's
that was
that
was
angry
the
strength.
that was
Yeah.
the old me.
It wasn't that long ago, but okay.
I was waiting on that one. I was waiting on that
Okay,
one.
I'll give you that. It was a couple years ago, so I give you old, but it wasn't that long ago.
This
Just
is
so
the
y'all
thing.
know.
Quavo looked like he was trying to grab his bag to me.
That's it.
It looked like, I don't know what happened before the elevator, but when it opened, it looked like she was trying to snatch something out of his hand. I think as he was trying to get whatever he was getting, because I knew it was his bag, because he ended up like looking at her
Because
over
they had the Call
there.
of
But
Duty
he
shit
had
on
it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the Call of Duty stuff. I just know it
They
was a
did a
bag and it was
close-up.
a,
It wasn't
looked
no
like a
girly
big ass
shit.
makeup case. I didn't know what the fuck.
Nah,
it
it was the Call of Duty pack, like, and if you familiar with gaming, like
Mhm.
Call of Duty is a really serious
I'm
thing
so
for
dead.
dudes.
I
You
know.
know,
No.
Call of Duty is a military.
She might
game
as well
that gets
try
going
to
around.
try
No,
to
but
throw
it
his
looked like-
PS5 out the window.
Exactly.
It looked like a big toolbox.
Nah,
It was a
orange
bag
Call
and a
of
tool.
Duty
Yeah, it
pack.
was something or whatever. But whatever it was, I could tell it was his because he still was trying to protect it as she was on the elevator floor.
But you know
Sorry.
how a lot of these shit.
Sorry.
I tear this shit up. I break this shit. You bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, you
know how
can't-
these
you-
motherfuckers be.
you
bitch ass
definitely-
nigga.
Just disrespectful.
You definitely cannot. I got nephews. I do have 2 nieces. Now, and we got a baby on the way because she'll be here in a couple days.
Solandra's throwing full on punches at Hov.
Well, she was
Yeah,
kicking
she
that
was.
nigga. She
Kicking,
was scratching.
Throw
She
punches.
said, "Scratch."
She was trying to fuck that nigga up and on their way to a public event.
But you can't fight me about my personal
On the
business.
elevator to a public
'Cause see,
event.
me, I'm the type of
I just want to
motherfucker-
know what that conversation was.
I'm like, get your sister. But I respect B because B stood in front of Hov and looked at Solange like, no, this not what we doing. She didn't stand in front of her sister. She stood in front of her husband because she knew, like, if this motherfucker throw a punch at her.
Because
it's
she
over.
knew she was going back.
Yeah.
She was like,
Again.
bitch, don't get in my
Don't
business.
fuck my
hoe.
shit up because you got attitude.
Well, I don't
Bitch,
know
you
about
wanna
fucking
be
it up, but
single.
I know shit.
You want to be single
I
and lonely
tried
and
to
strong.
punch it away.
Right. You want to be strong and independent. I'm good over here.
I
We gonna
tried
work
to
this-
kick him in the face.
Solange, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
I
something
tried to scratch it away.
from a sister, the second sister, the second born daughter, trying to defend the older sister. It never goes well.
You stupid as hell, boy.
Just keeping it real, Solange. The older sister shit never goes well, baby.
Stay out there,
Stay out
man.
the older
Stay
sister
in your
business
lane.
because she
That
gonna
nigga-
do what
Drive
she
slow,
wanna do.
homie.
You know,
Don't rush to get on. Drive slow,
that
homie.
nigga dropping dick off and he got the bag gone. Cut
You're
it out.
not finna like, listen.
You're not gonna
just
win
know
that
that
one.
you would have been the sister that got cut off if it came down to it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's too much motherfucking shit at stake.
Nah, I don't think Beyonce cut her sister off. I think she'll do probably a dream girl type of situation. Sorry.
Beyonce be like, you know, sis, I love you. Just stay in the studio in LA and we'll be in New York. And you can send us songs that way.
Don't do it. You ain't have
Hey,
Beyonce talk. That's
hey.
more like Janet Jackson.
Hey, on some real shit
Now
though.
Janet talk like Michael.
Look, man, fam did not
Ooh.
hit that girl. I saw the close
He
up.
could have did more now.
It was
I'm going
a
to tell
Call
y'all
of Duty
that.
pack. If he was really on her ass, he could have fucked her up.
Y'all don't
She
know.
was
No,
being over dramatic. This is two rich kids having a goddamn spat. is
y'all
what
don't
the
know
fuck it is.
some of the
Yeah.
niggas I know that beat bitches up.
Ooh, listen, I know some niggas that, but I've had to be like, no, bro, not in front of me. Not in front of me, please.
I done been in some
I don't want
fights.
to be a witness.
And I didn't witness some fights. And baby, that wasn't that was light work.
I didn't know that was still a thing, but last
No, I'm
time,
talking about when I was younger.
no, well, I'm saying last time I was
Yeah.
locked up, you know, a few years ago,
Grandy was
I
there.
was-
Super thugs back
I was
then.
sitting in the bullpen with at least
I had a
15,
permanent
20
black
niggas
eye.
that was there for domestic. And I'm like,
Sorry.
wait, so all of y'all in here for beating y'all bitches? Is this the 60s, nigga? What the fuck? What type of time warp am I in? Y'all,
Shit.
man.
It
Then
looked
they
like I
tell-
was dating Ike.
Oh yeah, you was dating Ike for real. Her shit was different, bro. Her shit was
damn.
different. She was dating. Eat the cake out of me.
For
Eat the
real.
goddamn cake out of me.
For
What's
real, for real.
And I'm sorry to be laughing at this because it's not funny.
And he is my friend to this day. He is locked up 35 years.
That's because he
Let
behind
that boy
fucking
come
wall,
home and
y'all
shit.
cool.
But hell yeah, no shit, we'll be cool now because baby, I don't want to date you.
you know what's crazy?
I definitely
And-
don't want to date you. I
and this-
love you still. You my homeboy, but
This is probably very politically incorrect, but every time I see a woman who like be getting her ass beat or, you know, been beat up, I'll be like, you know what?
it's fake decent.